this streaming event with you and to introduce you to Sean Austin and Billy Lewis, who created and produced and directed this awesome movie, Amityville, The Resurgence, which we're about to see. And Dina is going to sit for a little Q&A, my partner for Amityville Apothecary, and they're going to share how this came about.
Sure.
And we're very happy to have you here. So here's Dina.
All right. Well,
hello.
oh, are we sitting? I can sit. All right, let's sit. All right, we'll take a quick sit. I love a microphone, if you know this. Seriously. Hi, on the Instagram. Hello. Okay, so last December 4th, we had our annual village tradition of Christmas tree lighting, and the entire center of town was filled with hundreds of people, and we were gonna light the tree. Santa was gonna come, like he always does, and give out the candy canes, and these two decide to walk in unannounced on one of the most busiest holiday shopping nights of the year. And Sean had a reading with Rebecca, and I was running around. Bella was hating me because I'm running around and she's stuck at the register. And Sean says, I am a psychic medium too. Insert gigantic eye roll, not because you're a psychic medium, because that experience here happens every single day where people come in and they say, I am also a psychic medium. For us, the eye roll is like, who isn't that works here? Welcome to the party, right? And they started to explain that we're doing a documentary on the Amityville house. And I said, very interesting, okay. I said, well, I've been in that house. I've attended events in that house. And they automatically looked at me and said, would you want to be interviewed for this movie? And I said, if it has Amityville in the name, we have to be in it. So I went upstairs, abandoned Bella on one of the busiest holiday retail nights of the year. And we went upstairs and we had a little conversation, a lot of which you're gonna see in the movie. But I think the most important part of this whole experience that you're gonna have is, Sean, you and how you got involved in this story, because you don't live anywhere near here.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you everyone for coming out here. Really excited for you guys to check this out. And obviously Amityville, the story around the house, it's probably the most infamous haunted house in America, I would say. And, you know, people will always come to this town and think about that house, obviously, even when they hear the name Amityville. And, you know, I started live streaming years ago on a platform called Periscope. I just thought one day, you know, for something different to do for the viewers, go by the house and sit in my car, turn on one of my devices and see if I got anything connected to, you know, the story of the Amityville house. I got definitely more than I was expecting. Now, first I went by the DeFeo grave, and I went there, and what ended up happening is that I got some communication of this little boy coming through, who I believe to be John DeFeo. Now, I know a lot of people, you know, me myself being a demonologist as well, and being versed in that sort of thing, is that, you know, demonic things can, you know, mimic voices of other people. But this kid, which you'll see on the documentary, actually asked for prayer. And this is something that I do everywhere I go. I actually offer some sort of help to spirits to try to help them cross and find peace eternally. And, you know, I said a prayer for what I believe to be the kid, and I was by the house too, and the kid still kept on coming through. That's really when it started. When I went home, I started to have these visions of being in the house, about the house, and waking up at 3:50 in the morning. And that's really how it started. And now, you know, the Amityville for me, it's just like, yeah, there's so many people, which I think is unique about this documentary, is that all the other documentaries talk about just the broad spectrum of the story. Okay, was it a hoax? Was it real? Was it exaggerated? Now, there could be some truth to some level on all, avenues there, but you know, there's nothing like going to even any place that say has like an urban legend. You go there and you see if you have a first-hand experience yourself, and you figure out, unravel that mystery. Is there some sort of truth behind that story? And for me and what I experienced, I do know that there's truly something evil associated with this case, which followed me. And actually in the last 24 hours, all three of us just experienced something, to be honest with you. And I'm not surprised, because you know, we are in the town of Amityville right now. We're actually showing you, it's exposing evil, and showing that there's something more to it than what people assume. And whenever you shine light on darkness, it does not take lightly to that, and some strange things will start to happen. You know, I believe that if you want to tell your story really first, I'll let Billy tell the story, and then I'll say what happened to us while we were driving down here.
So, first, when the movie was released, I watched it, and then that very night, we all were hopping on TikTok Live to discuss the movie and have a live Q&A the night of the release. And I was getting ready in my bathroom to hop on the live with them, and I felt, most of you guys know Ruby, right? The dog, the golden retriever that's here. I felt my dog press against my leg at exactly her height in the bathroom. And it was so palpable that I looked down and I said, "Oh, hey, babe." And she wasn't there. And I got out of the bathroom and I looked for her, and she was, I believe, sleeping on the couch. And I said, "Oh no." And I just literally, I think, quickly said, "Archangel Michael, get behind me." And we hopped on the live. So fast forward to last night, obviously we're preparing for this event. I got home pretty late. We had another event last night, and it was about 10:15. I got home, my son, who is almost 13, ran downstairs, opened the door, greeted me, and I proceeded to turn off all the lights, because if you have small children, you know every single light will be left on at all times. So I was closing the house down to go upstairs, and I heard, "Mom." And I said, "Yeah, what's up, bud? What?" "Joel." "What?" "Bud." And nobody was there. It was literally his voice. And I went upstairs into his bedroom, and he had on his video game headphones, and he was playing video games. So I said, "Sean, please collect whatever it is that you're bringing here and take it back with you in a little box."
I'll hand over Billy, because Billy had something happen last night too, which I, yeah.
Well, yeah. So something happened this morning around 5:30. I didn't think much of it. I'm kind of more of a skeptic than probably Dina and Sean is. So I don't put too much stock into it. But I just heard. I was just laying in the bed with my little girl, and Molly, my wife over here, was not in the bed, and I thought she had called my name, and it was very, it was 5:30 in the morning. It was very loud, and I opened my eyes, and I never open my eyes when I'm dreaming, and it just said Billy, and I even answered and said what, and she wasn't anywhere around. So, but again, I don't put that much stock into it, but anyways, going back to the actual movie itself, first off, thank you everyone for coming out and taking a chance on watching this. Sean and I are really proud of what we put together, how this kind of came about, and we can talk more. We can do another Q&A if you guys want to stick around afterwards and have some specific questions, but really quickly, how this came about. Sean had presented that we do a documentary on this because he'd written about it in one of his books a couple months before we came in December. And again, I was kind of skeptical, but only because so much stuff has been done on Amityville, and I just didn't want to be. I mean, you go to IMDb, which is Internet Movie Database, and you type in the word Amityville, and there's literally hundreds of movies that don't even have anything to do with the town, the case, anything. People just throw the title in there, and it's kind of disgusting, honestly, just the amount of names. So I was super skeptical, but he sent me some of his evidence that he had, and it was pretty compelling. And I'm like, I knew with the proper interviews and the proper B-roll and storytelling capabilities that I've developed over the years. I knew that we could mold something together. And also Ralph Sarchi, who is amazing in this, is Sean's mentor. He added so much to which he does in every doc that he's in of ours. He added so much to the actual story and the film itself. So, I decided to do it. Came up here. We spent 2 or 3 days around town, and we had actually eaten at the little restaurant 2 doors down, I think, from you guys, 2 or 3 doors down, and saw your shop, saw Dina's shop, and just decided on a whim to come in here. And thankfully, she agreed. Was one of the few people in town who agreed to actually do an interview with us, because we asked a lot of people. And as you know, around here, a lot of people obviously don't want to talk about it, which is understandable. We're very grateful because she added so much to the actual doc too, along with Ralph and the other evidence that we had. And even after I'm such a perfectionist, I never think I have enough, and never think I have enough to actually piece something together, but it always seems to work out. So we got some incredible paranormal evidence and show quick history and all that. But we'd love for you guys to kind of stick around and ask us some specific questions after the film, and give us your your true feelings on it, because we want feedback, negative, positive, so we can learn and grow as storytellers, filmmakers. Sean's case, paranormal investigators, demonologists. Again, thanks. You guys want to add anything else?